Imagine this, you're coming home from work, you wanna play some games, you're queuing up, everything is going great, and then you just fucking lose, bro. And you're like, what the fuck? Well, you, sir, might need some free coaching. And this is one of the coaching sessions with one of my students. Please bear in mind though, I was a bit sick when this was recorded, so I'm very sorry about the audio. Anyways, I really hope you enjoyed the video. We wanted to look at the Warden game. So... Alright. Celeste Warden versus Seven McGinnis. Who do you think will win this?
I would assume Celeste Warden.
Why is that?
Well, I think Seven's quite a weak laner, especially into Warden.
And why is he weak against Warden?
Because I have the debuffs on his gun on my one.
I mean, it also works against beginners, right?
Yeah, and the turrets.
My issue with this lane though is, sure, your one is really strong if he gets hit. And that's the issue I have, is Seven is not the strongest laner in the game. It's not like he's super weak. I don't think he's strong either. But in this lane, like, you have two short-range characters. By short range, I mean you kinda need to hit this in order to do anything, right? Like, you can't just shoot them.
Yeah.
They will outshoot you. But then the problem is, will you ever get close to them? Like, do they have to walk up?
No.
No, because they have McGinnis turrets, right? And Seven also has pretty long range with, for example, his 3. I'm not saying he has his 3 right now. He probably has a stun, which is very normal. Because if you guys jump on them, he will just stun you, and then you'll take a bit of poke damage.
Yeah.
So I don't think it is the strongest lane in the game that you guys have, but it should be manageable.
Yeah. I was talking a lot more than I usually do in MM. Try and give you my thoughts.
I'm just going back here, I just need to check. We missed that, unlucky, you should never miss that, but like, it is what it is.
Bro, my denies was so bad this laning phase, honestly.
Your what?
My denies, my my supports, rather.
Denies, yeah. I thought you said knives, I'm like, you're not shit, bruh.
No. Playing Viper. Now, my problem in laning seems to be that I never use cover enough. I'm always taking a lot more damage than I should. Yep, very true.
Well, I mean, here, like,
Cover enough.
here's Celeste definitely.
I'm always taking a lot more damage than I should.
So here, right? Like, either you should be calling to your Celeste that McGinnis is here, or you should just back off, because partially it is her fault. Because she's not paying attention, right? Like, she can literally hear McGinnis shoot behind you, and she's not looking around.
Yeah.
I understand where she's coming from, because she just hit Seven with the Light Eater, or whatever it's called. So of course she wants to hit him if she can. But like, he's over here, she's here. You for sure are doing the correct play right now if she turns around. Because she will lose more HP than you will. So this is like a type of scenario where it's actually fine for you to trade a bunch of health. In case your Celeste is actually playing the game. Because it will be kind of fucked if you now... If she doesn't punish this Celeste, and you will be laning with low HP. It will be kind of fucked, because they will have so much push pressure, because they just naturally push the wave way better, right? Like, they can stand very far away, she can put turrets down, you can never really walk forward, because she has McGinnis turret, right? This is a perfect scenario for her to trade even HP with you, if she's not punishing.
Yep.
And she didn't. So now the lane is kind of fucked. Because the problem is also, right, like, of course, buying greens is really good. I love buying greens. But a big problem people are not realizing is when they buy greens early, they have less power to actually fight or push the wave. So like, imagine here, you were full HP, right? Instead, you had your full HP.
Yeah.
Your next buy, I'm not saying you're gonna buy right now, but your next buy, instead of being, for example, extra regen or extra health, it could be high velocity rounds, right? That would also help you de-push a lot faster. Because no matter what, you will not have priority, pretty much. Unless you guys go for like a full all-in on one of them. Because in the burst scenario, you guys have more. Because of course your flask will wear off, right? As soon as your flask wears off on the enemy, they will have the advantage if they're just waiting, you know, to fight after your flask wears off. Of course, your flask doesn't have the longest cooldown, but there is a window where they can actually fight back. But now it's just completely fucked, right? Because you have HP.
Camp after wave.
Your denies is perfectly fine for now. There's nothing wrong there. I don't like how you're standing here. You need to be standing over here. This is left-hand peak, right? You're standing on the open because the gun shoots from the right side of your character. So you need to expose yourself way more. Like, if you need to hit this minion over here, you need to be all the way out here. It's very easy for them to punish that. Especially if they're playing like stronger characters that could really punish that. In this lane, you will not get punished for it that hard. But this is a really bad habit, right? Like, at least if you're gonna shoot this, stand closer. Or I would just stand over here, right? I don't know why we're fixating on standing right here, because the buff or the camp is spawning in 20 seconds. It's not spawning now.
No, I didn't stand there because of the buff.
Yeah. Because of the buff?
No, I didn't stand there because of the buff. I just don't know how to use cover and lane.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I will definitely say here. Where do you have more cover? Do you have over here or here?
On the left.
Why do you have on the left more cover?
Because I can appear around the right side of it as opposed to appearing around the left side of it.
Yeah, but also, right, what they can do is they can walk around on the right side here and just shoot you through the door. They can't do that over here. They have to walk all the way over the lane because we know both of them over here on the right side, right? You want to play perpendicularly to the wave, right? I think that's what it's called. Where, like, you want to have the wave in between you. So if they're standing on the right side of the wave, you want to be standing on the left side, right? Okay. Unless you're playing characters where you want to play close to them, right? And technically you want to play close to them, but you're too low to fight right now. That's the bigger issue. Here we're walking in here, like, if I were them, I would be like, oh shit, what is he doing? And I would be walking at you. Or like, I would at least be standing a bit closer, right? Because they're already pushing.
Try to hit flask.
Yeah.
Go camp.
Well, I mean, they're not very good. They didn't punish you that hard for being low HP, because, like, if they were good at the game, right? All the way over here, when you're 300 HP, 400 after the heal, 450, right? 500. Like, they should be keep trying to look for you, to punish you. These players are turbo dog shit. Because they're not punishing you enough for being this low. When you play in lane and you're winning, you kind of want to keep them low, right? You don't want to make them heal. Just like you're doing right now. You're healing, right? You can just kill another minion and you're back to like this HP. When you're already winning, you want to like keep pushing to win harder. Because what they're like kind of conceding, right? Because the problem is also, if you're low, you can never walk at them. That's even better for them because they win. They win the long fight and you win the short fight, right? So you want to get close instantly, do a bunch of damage, and then fuck off again. If you're low, you can never initiate. That's why it's even worse for them what they're doing right now. Not actually punishing you. And this is also another problem why standing on the right side here with a right-hand peak, oh sorry, a left-hand peak, is really bad. Because it's way easier for them to punish you.
Yep.
I don't know, they're giving you so much space for absolutely zero reason. Because here, right, like, if I were them, here, let's just say they were playing down here, right, like they were supposed to. Because Celeste can never really walk at them. I mean, unless she use like dash jump and then like maybe a wall bounce or something, right? Still, they will lose the fights. Or you will lose the fight. If they're playing it correctly, right? Because they will start, if they're here, fighting you right now. And it will take her like 2 to 3 seconds to join the fight. In those 2 to 3 seconds, you will lose a lot of HP and you will get stunned. And by the time you get stunned, now she's in the fight playing 1v2, right? So they're just really shit.
Yep, this is low Eternus.
Yeah.
camp.
Here also, I don't like what you're doing now. Do you know why I don't like what you're doing now? I understand you want to flask him, but how much does your flask do?
Separating myself from the Celeste.
Yeah, but and of course you want to hit a flask, right? But the bigger problem is like the camp is spawning in 2 seconds. You see, now you don't have your flask for camp.
Yeah.
Because you want to one-shot the camp. Because now what they can do is he just wasted his thing, right? But now he can shoot it for free. But they're just completely trolling. Like, look, like one guy on the enemy team wants to contest the camp, and the other guy is just pushing the wave. Like, they need to figure out what they're doing. So you're getting like rewarded for them being shit.
Yep.
If, in general, a good rule of thumb is, if somebody's doing a bad play, it's better for 2 people. We're talking about lane, right? It's better for 2 people to do the bad play together than 2 different people doing different things. In general, like, of course, the most optimal for them would be the 7 holds his ball, he balls the camp, and he presses power surge, and then McGinnis over here sets up a couple of turrets in case you're going in on them, and then they will kind of get like most of the camp, if not all of it, because you can't really contest them, because you also used your flask to hit him instead of the camp, and it doesn't take them very long to kill the camp. Now, of course, now he's overextending, and now they're both 1 HP because they're just turbo bad at the game. But at this point, now it's actually good for you to trade HP, right? Because now you're up in HP, you were also a bit up in HP before because Celeste was more. But the problem, again, as we talked about early on, is you can't really walk at them, right? It's kind of hard to walk at them if they're playing correctly. Because they also have McGinnis wall to like separate you.
I buy monster rounds to help with Guinness turrets.
Yeah, it's also to help depush.
I find it impossible to push into Guinness. So.
Yeah, I mean, of course, McGinnis is that. One thing I don't really like here is, first of all, like, you're doing negligible damage to the 7. Here, are we trying to push the wave, or are we trying to let it slow push? What are we trying to do here? Because you need to think in waves, you need to not think in this. This doesn't matter right now.
I currently can't push because of the McGinnis wall, so I just thought I'd mantle and shoot 7 while I wait for it to drop.
Sure, but just in general, like, as soon as we go here, right? Before she even puts her wall down, what are we supposed to do here?
Clear the wave.
Why?
So that we have the pressure on them.
Mm-hmm. What else?
I'm not taking damage from their wave, and my wave can tank for me.
Well, that's not the biggest thing here. I'm looking at the timer right now. The boxes are spawning 20 seconds. We want to one-shot this wave, because what you can do, right, if you one-shot the wave now, you can already start going over here and start a box route. From here to here, because you rather start at the far side than at the close side, right?
Yeah.
Because that's just more efficient, especially when you have downtime.
Just run yellow.
So that's why I would be pushing the wave here.
My days.
Because here, right, like, don't tell me you cannot shoot over the wall right now. This is not important. It doesn't matter if you're getting like 100 damage on him right now, he's already 1 HP, right? And you're not gonna tower dive him most of the time. You're too low to tower dive. Unless you're going 1 for 1. Which is still not good. I would not go 1 for 1 in this lane.
No.
Because here, right, let's say that we go tower dive. Okay, let's say that you both survive, right? Now you're both surviving 1 HP. Okay, well now you guys have to go back. If you don't want to fuck the lane, right? So that means that even though he died, he didn't technically lose that much. Sure, you're like up 500 souls each or whatever. Doesn't fucking matter, bro. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even translate to 1 800 item on that buy, right? So he will come back to lane full HP. If you guys are not walking back, now you will stay in lane with 1 HP, and then rather on the kills or kill, let's just say you're getting 1 kill because that's the most realistic here. You will be buying greens instead of buying more damage, right? Because another problem is when you're tower diving someone and you start buying greens after, you're basically negating all the shit you just did. Of course, you're more tanky, don't get me wrong, right? But wouldn't we rather, after we kill someone on the turret, would we rather want to go back and buy more damage so it's easier to make them low next time, right? That's how you snowball. You don't snowball from tank items, in that sense. But here, like, focusing the turret over the minions here is also bad. Because the turret is gonna, like, kill the wave no matter what. These are way more important, right? Because is this turret gonna move?
No.
No, but these are. These are gonna walk towards you. So now we're here. We're not ready for the 3-minute box. Which is terrible. Also, we're reloading too much here. You should be walking over and killing this before you reload. It is a pretty big deal, actually. It might not look like much, but you're gonna save like 2 seconds, which could be 2 seconds faster to the boxes, right? And imagine you're here 2 seconds before the enemy, right? Then you get the boxes, then they don't. And they also can't punish you.
Yeah.
Now, ideally, one of you would go box now. The reason why I want one of you to go box now is Celeste is very movement heavy. If they're trying to tower dive her, she's most of the time just gonna get away, because what setup do they have? They have none, right?
No.
Like they have 7 stun, but like if she walks in 7 stun range, she's just trolling. Like she's just bad at the game, right? So I would much rather you go out and do boxes rather than her, because she has a way easier time escaping the 1v2 on the turret. She's super hard to kill. Because I need someone on this team, in this lane, to go do boxes, because we just want to generate more souls. It's not about sharing the wave. Of course, the most efficient thing is to share waves, because it's like 110% souls in total, 55 for each person, right? But what people are neglecting is one person can instead get 100 souls, right? And then if you just take like 2 boxes worth of souls, if you just take 2 boxes worth of souls, right? That amounts to about the same thing as if you two were sharing the wave. But you're not just gonna go out and take 2 boxes, bro. You're gonna go out and take way more. At least you take some boxes here, right? But like, we're just so behind now. Because instead of now taking, well, okay, so what are you preparing for now? We just took the wave, right? What are you preparing for now?
No idea.
What is on the map right now? Look on the map.
Well, tier 1's in a couple of seconds. Well, in 20 seconds, I guess.
Yeah, but that's not the thing I'm talking about. Also, the tier 1 is not in 20. I mean, it might be because you killed it late, so it's probably in 20 seconds, right?
Yeah, we killed it late.
Yeah. But that's not the biggest thing I'm thinking about. The tier 1 right now does not matter, because at any point, right, your Celeste could just go and one-shot the tier 1 camp. Right? Another thing I also want to preface really is the only time you should be sharing a tier 1 camp is if the enemy is contesting it. If they're not contesting it, one person should be taken, because there's like either each person can get like 60 souls or one person can get like 120, right? I would much rather have 120 souls than 60% each. Like 60% is legit nothing. It's legit nothing. Because it also scales with how many you take, right? Let's say you take 3 in a row, right? Instead of being 180 souls on one person, now you're like 360 on one person, right? That's way more souls. There's almost half an 800 item compared to this. What is this? This is not even 1/4 of an 800 item on each person. It's so negligible that it does not matter. That's why in most cases you should not be sharing tier 1 camps. They're simply too invaluable. When you're doing
if I had stamina,
when you're sharing it. But one thing I don't like here, right, is, as we talked about before, right, I'm asking here, what is our next objective? I'm looking on the map, right? I'm seeing this wave. This is your next objective.
Okay.
Because what's gonna happen if you go now?
I won't get that wave.
I mean, you would not get the either you don't get this wave or you don't get the next wave, right? You choose. But would you rather? But look where the wave is, right? The wave is already spawned, so you already lost some seconds, right? going out to box. Right now, you're doing boxes on like a 15-second timer rather than a 30 seconds. Wouldn't we much rather have a 30-second timer going out taking boxes?
Yeah.
Because the problem is you need to go back, right, at some point. And another thing, right? Let's say that we're just killing this way, right? And you just instantly after that go out and take boxes. Okay, now we have 30 seconds to the next wave. Then you after that can think, okay, do I need to be back for the next wave, or can Celeste also take that one solo? If she can, now all of a sudden now you have a 60 seconds, right, to do whatever you want. Compared to now we have 15, not even, but let's just say we have 15, right? And that just becomes 45. That 15 seconds is still the same. You're still missing out on so much time where you can do other shit. Because you might also be able to look, for example, on a pin or something mid with your free, right? On someone.
Yep.
And again, what I also don't like, right, is because of all the shit that happened earlier, now we are 30 seconds later on the box. Like, it's just super fucking bad that we're not on the boxes already here. Like, already here, right? Because we want these to already be on cooldown. Because what's gonna happen after we take these? Now we can go take our own. Now, where should we start when we take our own?
Further away.
Yeah. But where on the map? Do we want to start here? Do we want to start here? Like, where do we want to start when you say further away?
Their boxes?
Yeah, no, but we already killed these.
Okay.
We're talking about, like, after you kill these. So you go and kill these now after you one-shot this wave. Or this wave, right? Technically, you should have been on this wave. This should already be that.
Yep.
But then we go take these boxes. Boom. On the next time, we then go out and do boxes, right? Where should we start? Because these are already dead now. Right? Now there's all these boxes.
I might get base guardians.
By there?
Yeah.
Why would you start there?
Because I'm coming towards my lane as opposed to away from my lane.
Mm-hmm.
And I can grab the zipline to get there quicker.
Yeah, I mean, what you're saying is kind of correct, but the problem is you should be starting over here, right? Like, if you because no matter what, you can just like do the jump pad over here, right? And then you work your way this way, because what's gonna happen when you work your way this way? You can always at any point, if your Celeste needs help, just go and take a zip line. The problem is if you start down here, right? You at some point need to go this direction, but now all of a sudden you don't have a zip line to go help your Celeste if something happens.
Okay.
You see?
Yep.
Or do you understand it?
I do, yes.
Good. Just making sure. And all this happened because you fucked up over here.
Turrets. That's my logic.
Oh, drifter on yellow, drifter on
Here,
yellow.
this is fine, this is fine, this is fine.
My days.
Doesn't matter, you have the reload. Okay, there's a wall. Then you walk over the wall here. You can definitely look over the wall and shoot them right now. Because whether you lose 30 health or whatever, him shooting at you and you shooting at the minions, doesn't matter, bro. You're gonna go out in 2 boxes anyway. Guys, here, how long did we take? Not hitting... We're not talking about here, because here's the turret technically, right? Here, 248-ish. Let's just say that, right?
Yep. Seven seconds.
8 seconds, right? Where you did not hit the wave. 8 seconds,
Yep.
right? And also, it's not just 8 seconds, because you also unloaded a mag on them that you could have used on the wave instead, right? So now we're just super late. Instead of getting all this, we now only get 2 boxes. And we're also late on these boxes, right? Because now you're taking, but it's so late. They should already have been dead. It's just about efficiency. I do not like that cage in here. So when you're gonna do this, right? If you're gonna do like a surprise attack on them, you need to be able to do it on someone where you will have vision on them the whole time. The problem is you're doing on this guy. Where is he gonna run to first if you start shooting him?
Behind that plant pot.
Yeah, or where else, right? Where else can he walk? He can walk behind this. Where else can he walk?
Behind the veil.
Yeah. And what is gonna happen if you like hit him behind the if you like get this off behind the whale, right? You're not always gonna hit him. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to punish as easily, right? Because like let's say that he gets hooked behind the whale here. Okay, you're just gonna put a couple turrets down, and then they're gonna shoot you, and you can't see them from the whale as easily. So it's just a terrible. You see, it's just terrible what you just did.
Yeah.
But we're kind of fucked, right? Because all this inefficiency we've done. Sure, you're 700 HP. Your Celeste does not want to walk in with you for some reason. I don't know why, but he just doesn't. Okay? Do not ask me why, because I have no idea. He should definitely be like trying to fight with you if you're going in. Because now you're getting mega punished. You have to stun on you, right? If he just walks in here, I know he doesn't have a shield. I know he blew his load before, but like he could still walk in with you and do some damage. To rotate cooldowns. Or, you see here that she used Light Eater over here. There she used Light Eater, you could see it. And you can also hear it. Right up there. See? That's the Light Eater.
Yep.
All that sparkly shit. And there's her 3 and then her 2, right? So she just blew a whole load. Do we want to go in right now? No. We don't really. Because she also doesn't have Light Eater on these guys, right? But even then, we could still go in on him if we're strong enough. But the problem is, like, now you're going in 1v2, and now we're low HP again. You see? Now 300 health again. And instead of buying more damage items now we need to go buy green items. Now, you're not as punished as you would be, because what you could be doing here is you could be buying sprint boots. That gives you a bit of regen and extra sprint speed, and then you just go do more boxes. But the problem is, right, in a real game, you wouldn't be able to buy sprint boots. In a real game, you wouldn't be able to buy sprint boots here. Because these would already be dead if we were more efficient, right?
Yep.
So you didn't have a choice of buying sprint boots in a real game. Holy fuck, English is hard.
I've really been shocking with my security
Well, look here.
this game.
Now you're half HP, buying more damage. Instead of being full HP, buying more damage. Because you will get punished here against real players. For not having any greens here. You will get punished. And the only reason why you will get punished is because you have HP. If you're full HP, what you're doing here is completely fine. It also, to some extent, depends on the matchup. Because they're way too scared. And again, like, if they just walk out here, right? And just puts a couple of turrets down and start shooting you. Like, what are you gonna do? You're never gonna hit the flask.
No.
At least you can use the flask on the wave.
I'll such this wave.
Again, here, like, there's so much downtime. So you're reloading? Sure, you're reloading. Here you're going here.
I'll such this wave.
Again, we're on a left side peak, bad. And we're not shooting minions, right? We're wasting so much time. Because we're gonna do some stupid shit over here. Here, you walk forward, okay, to hit the wave. Which direction should be moving? You should be moving this direction, not this. Because, first of all, your Celeste is over here, right? So if they walk in on you, you will do a 2v1 or a 2v2. If you walk over here, your Celeste can't really help you that well, right? Because what are they gonna do? Let me just zoom forward a bit. Here. Celeste already over here, right? Let's say that Celeste was walking this way. Sure. But the problem is, now you're cut off. If these two just walk forward here, now if you want to walk this way, you have to walk through them shooting you. Right? It's already bad. I don't know, there's like, I don't know why people always want to play like one person on the right side of the lane and one person on the left. Especially when you're playing these type of characters that are close range. Most of the time you should just be playing on the same side. It's way harder to get a jump down.
Wave.
Also here, like, this guy's just bad.
I'll such this wave.
As soon as he see you here, he should just be shooting you. I know he's reloading right now. Look here, he's shooting minions with you.
Scaring back. I'm buffing.
Bad movement.
I'm
Yeah,
buffing.
very bad move.
Do you know why you're vaulting up here?
Oh,
Instead
yeah,
of jumping
and-
on it?
Why?
Because you're holding down your W key. If you didn't hold down your W key, you would be jumping on this instead of vaulting on top of it. That's why whenever you're doing movement, never hold down your W key. I mean, it's not the only reason. You also just shouldn't hold down your W key, because if we go in game, I'm gonna open this anyway. But if we go in game, right, and you're gonna like try and strafe around in the air, just in the lobby or whatever. If you hold down your W key, you will realize that even though you're holding down your A or your D key, it is way harder to move side to side if you're holding down your W key. Let's have a look. And it will be any character, doesn't matter. Here. So now I'm gonna hold down W key. Look. Now I'm gonna let go of W key. Now I'm gonna hold down W key again, you see? Even though I'm holding down A and D. Now I'm gonna leave W key. See? That's why I never hold down your W key. For those two reasons. That's also why it's way harder to strafe in the air if you hold down your W key. Oh, that is not good, bro. Well, let me see. She countered. Okay, she countered. Never mind. It's fine. But again, you see here, right? Even though technically you're a close range character, you want to be close, right, to hit your flask. You just get fucked by McGinnis. Even though you're up souls. You see?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I love
I won the
Guinness.
health trade,
Come on,
but I was already so low to begin with bad efficiency earlier.
Yeah, but because imagine here you walked into this fight with full HP. And also, I don't know, here, again, this is the same thing as before. We're just wasting our cooldown, right? Like, are you ever gonna kill him here? He has two stamina right now, at least. Even as a Vindicta, I'm just gonna walk out here. This is so bad. You need to use this when it will be almost guaranteed. Sometimes it's good to force out stuff. For example, their stamina. Let's say that we're about to tower dive them, right? And we know in the tower dive we're not gonna be able to get the lockdown off, right? What you can do is if you walk up and lock down them, they will 110% use their stamina. Then you fall back for like half a second for this to fall off, and then you re-engage while they don't have stamina, right? That's fine to do.
Scary.
But here it serves no purpose, because this is also spawning in 5 seconds. If you're gonna fight up here, you want all your cooldowns, right?
I'm back. I'm buffing.
Already here. When do... Okay, so are you a burst character or are you a sustained damage character right now?
Right now, probably burst with flask.
Yeah. So why do we keep fighting after you just use your flask? Remember here, right? She's a sustained character. If she has her turrets down, the more they shoot you, the more damage you will take, right? This you just need to hit. This doesn't need to like hit 5 times or whatever to do damage. These do, the turrets, right? So as soon as you use your flask and a bit of damage, instantly fall down. Because you have your shield right now, right? As soon as your shield falls off and you stay there, boom! Now you should fall down. Instantly. There will be a way better trade, right?
Okay.
Even though she hits you a bit more on the way down, sure. But you're not gonna get hit by the turrets also. Because here you're just inviting what she wants, right? She wants a long fight. And it doesn't matter. Let's just say that technically, if you were heavy meleeing, this would get one shot. It doesn't matter. There's still a turret here. And she's still beaming you down with her gun. You would still be losing.
I love Guinness.
Bro, like, come on. Bro, I Throw a am bomb or 60 something. HP, man. With no...
Look. we've been playing the last like 3 minutes without full HP.
Yep.
And it's fine to not play full HP for 3 minutes if at least you can see it on the enemies, but you can't. You were never able to abuse them after the mistakes they did, because the problem is in the first place how fucked up you did your first 2 minutes. You should be like hard losing right now. They're just too bad, so you got back in the game, right? But you should be able to punish that way more if you're better at the game. That they're bad. This is the reason why most people cannot climb out of the rank. Because they're not able to convert, even though they fucked up, technically, like you fucked up and then they fucked up. At this point, if you're a good player, after you fuck up and they fuck up, you should be able to push this lead even more now. You can't. Because of all the mistakes we did earlier. With health and stuff. Because now we're buying sprint speed for lane. What? Like, if we're laning now, at least buy extra regen. If you're gonna do stuff like this. Because the problem is also, like, this is why I hate just left to righting builds. Sure. You want Arcane Surge, right? Sure. But will that matter in this lane?
No.
Not really. What would be more useful in this lane? And this lane, this game in general?
I don't know.
Well, something like Grid, maybe? Wouldn't that be pretty good? Because the good thing about Grid, you can always upgrade it later to any item you want. You can upgrade it to weapon shielding, spirit shielding, reactive barrier, right? Depending on how the game goes. I think Grid is really good here. Because one thing I really like extra regen, don't get me wrong. But the utility you get from buying Grid is just so useful. Because you're also gonna be doing Ult Warden, or like Spirit Warden, right? So you wanna be able to not get one shot. If you don't get one shot, you will win the long fights. As soon as you get superior duration, you know, stuff like that with ult. It's the same now, right? It's much better for you to have Grid, to do the short fight, pop Grid, get a flask off, get a few hits, and then fuck off, right? Than trying to take the extended fight, because that's what shields are good for. They're good for the short fights. Sure, you will get your Arcane Surge 1/800 item later, but you will be way more useful right now, right? Because buying sprint boots right now will also not help you win the lane right now, because right now is when you want to win the lane, right? You want to snowball from here. You're about to get ult, both of you. She will not have ult, right? He will get ult maybe. Probably, but he will get it after you guys if you hit the wave first. So you could look for a fight on this wave if you're fast enough, right? Wouldn't Grid be way more useful for that fight than sprint boots or whatever extra stam? Sorry, it's not sprint boots. It's extra stam, but it doesn't matter. Same shit.
Yep.
Like if you go in game, right, and just look at the item. Extra stam. Stamina plus stamina recovery. This one. Sprint speed, auto-comp regen. You don't even get regen from this item, right?
No.
So it's even worse. Sure, you will get one more stam. But like, are you gonna use that extra stam? No. From what I remember, McGinnis has 2 stam, right?
Yeah, 2 base stam.
Yeah, she has 2 base. Yeah, and 7 has 3, right? So even if you don't buy extra stam, you have the same or more stam than they do. Like, is the extra stam helping you against the turrets right now? No.
No.
Is it helping you with the engage he's doing right now? No. That's a really bad flask.
I tried to snipe them both from the shop.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine, but like, if we're gonna do this play, like, okay, I like, but the problem here, right, like, it's the wrong mindset you have here. Here, you're trying to snipe them on the camp, right, or on the shop. But the problem is here, you should just be waiting for her to pop down her heal, right? Because you know where they're gonna stand then. Here, you're not taking into account she's using it right now. You see, you already aimed it before this fell. You already aimed it. That's really bad. Your mindset should be here. Oh, they're gonna use the heal. I'm gonna throw a flask on top of the heal, right? Because there's a way higher chance of hitting. Sure, you didn't hit it. It was too short. If you had a few more games on Warden, you would have aimed a bit higher here, and then you would have hit down here. But it's still bad to hit down here because the heal is over here. They're gonna be standing on the heal, right? Because no matter what, if they stand at the heal and take your flask, you will deny most of the heal. And if they walk out of the heal to not get hit by flask, you still deny some healing. It's a win-win, no matter what, right? Here we're sharing one little creep. Why? You see? Is that 21 souls gonna matter?
No.
Exactly. So why did we take it? She already killed the camp. You could technically say, oh yeah, but like it's because I don't have ult yet, right? So maybe I got it one minion earlier. Sure. But like, again, she already has ult, right? She will get ult here. Boom. Now she has ult. We should take a fight right now. They don't have ult. They don't have ult, right? Grit. Should we also have? Oh, we should also have grit. Imagine we fought right now and pressed ult on them. Wouldn't this be a turbo good fight for us?
Yeah.
The fight will be pretty short because we're burst, right? We're gonna try and one-shot someone. We wanna take a short fight. This also helps taking a short fight because they're gonna get slowed and it's gonna bounce between them, right? Sure, they might go different directions and we only gonna get like one or two bounces. Still good. They're still gonna get slowed. I'm pretty sure base now, from what I remember, until less, it also reduces dash distance. Base. You see? Just base. Yep. If you upgrade it once, it's 40% dash distance reduction, but even base, it's 25. It's still good. Even just hitting it once. Sure, if we go in here and he misses ult, whatever. You know? Like, it's whatever. Because this buff, right? What is this buff also good at?
What? Fire rate?
It's fire rate and ammo, right?
Weapon. Is it ammo?
Yeah, it's ammo. What do you usually use more ammo and more fire rate for?
Long fights.
Yeah. So this buff doesn't matter in this context if we're trying to take a short fight, right? Of course it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's a good buff. Of course we don't want to fight them when we have this, but we're still gonna win the fight because we have Celestial, right? She's just gonna get one-tapped. Especially if we also have grit, right? You would be so tanky here. And you probably also gonna be a bit more HP if we're playing the lane correctly, right? It would be such a good fight for us. But we're just not paying attention at all. There she misses ult. And she's 1 HP. She's gonna die. Unlucky. GG's. Go next. Right? And now you're stuck in lane. Super fucking low. Because we fucked up the fight and we didn't pay attention. He's even mocking you right now. He's a fucking egg. Egg 7. He's completely mocking you right now.
She has no...
You see how, because we fucked up the game so much the first 5 minutes, and this is Eternus, by the way, how unplayable the game feels now?
Yep.
And it doesn't matter if we technically have the stronger lane or like the weaker lane, it doesn't fucking matter. All this was deniable, is probably the best word. All this was what is it?
Avoidable.
Avoidable. That was the word. All of this was avoidable. Because now the fucking game is so fucked. Now, if they're good players, right? Would they kill the turret here?
Yes, they would also chase me.
Why would they kill the turret here if they're good?
So that they can chase me easier and have the zip line.
Okay, but you're already low HP, right?
Yeah, but I backed up so that if they did decide to chase me, I was gone.
So if they don't kill the turret here, what are you gonna do?
Nothing.
Nothing. So isn't it better not to kill the turret here? Celeste doesn't have ult when she's respawning. What is she gonna do when she comes back to lane? Nothing, right? If Celeste walks in on them, she's just gonna press ult, right?
Yeah.
This is one of the reasons why people do not snowball very well in lane. It's because they take this tower too early. What are they gaining from killing this?
Few souls and AP.
They're gaining 1 AP point and like 500 souls each, right? That's not even one full 800 item. And this is not accounting that if they kill this turret, right, it's way better for you guys. But why would it be way better for you guys that your tower dies earlier? It's because right now, your lane is fucked, right? If we keep laning for another 5 minutes, you guys are gonna get even further behind, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So, why would they not want to extend the laning phase as much as possible to try and fuck you guys as much as possible for later in the game? They gain no value from killing this right now. The amount of souls they're gonna get from killing this turret will not amount to anything compared to how much they're gonna deny you guys. Because what you guys are gonna do, let's say that you had a real carry, right? A real M1 carry, because you're playing Spirit here. In this game, technically you should be going gun, or like more gun, than like complete Ult Warden, Spirit Warden, right? Because you don't really have a M1 carry this game. You don't have any sustained damage besides you. This is a burst character,
Yep.
this is a burst character, this is a burst character, this is a burst character. Until she gets her spell slinger plus all that other bullshit, right? But like, if you're playing around her being your M1 carry / sustained damage at like 40k souls, you're doing something wrong. The game will be over by now, right? They have sustained to some extent, sustained, burst. He can be either sustained or burst. It doesn't matter. Most of the time he'll be like a burst, right? He'll try to burst someone down and then leave. Sustain, right? They have the option of doing both. You have the option of doing nothing, because you're going Ult Warden. So I do not like the Ult Warden here that much because of this exact reason. Because when you go into a game, right? Maybe the game stats on like a stat logger site or whatever says that Ult Warden build is like 2% higher win rate than the carry Warden, right? Sure. But the problem is, like, what are you gonna do this game if you go Spirit? Your whole team does Spirit damage. So you're gonna also go Spirit? Just because it has a 2% higher win rate on a website? This is why just going in and like looking up a build and just going left to right does not work at a higher rank. You need to think, right? If you're going gun here in this game, the game would be a lot more playable. Even later, because what could you also do if you're going gun Warden?
Do more damage in lane.
No, I mean, you're already doing damage in lane. Like, this doesn't matter. Because the lane is about to end, right? But what can you do after lane? What do you usually do as a M1 carry after lane? Or carry?
Farm.
You just farm, right? And where do you farm usually?
Tier 2 camps.
Well, yeah, but like, where on the map? Do you do it mid?
Side lane.
Yeah, you just sit on the side lane, right? So if you're doing a gun carry Warden this game, you'd also be rewarded for them hitting your tower early, because what are you gonna do? Well, you're just gonna go take these camps anyway, waiting for the wave to bounce into your turret, right? You lose nothing from them taking this. In fact, it's actually more useful for them to take this, because if you had like a Vener on your team or something, let's just say that Calico was Vener instead, what is your team gonna do? Well, the Vener, as soon as this tower dies, you guys are just gonna swap over and the Vener gonna take the side lane, right? You lost nothing from them killing this. This is why it's so bad to take this too early.
She's one. She has no ult. She's one. Literally one, and just.
Here you lose. Here, one thing I will note
she
here.
has
I will not note this the rest of the game.
No ult.
This flask, you miss this. In the long run, doesn't matter, because you're gonna play more games. I'm not gonna keep telling you, oh yeah, you missed this flask and it's really bad, bro. Like, when you play more games, you're gonna be able to hit these flasks way more. Now, if it's a fundamentally bad flask, like the one over at their shop, right? If it's a fundamentally bad flask to throw, I will let you know. But this shit is like so irrelevant. Like, you could be Initiate, you could be Eternus, like everyone can miss this flask. Of course, you don't wanna miss this. In the long run, it doesn't matter. If you play more games, you will hit this next time, right? It's just irrelevant to let you know, oh yeah, by the way, you missed this flat, blah, blah, blah.
Bro, how do you not kill him and hold?
Because another thing, this is also why when we're looking at builds, right, where the builds matter. If I'm playing Wraith, and I'm going, let's just say this build, right? When do you usually turn on as a character, as Wraith?
Max cards.
Max cards and?
Spirit investment.
When is your big spike? Like, when is it Wraith becomes online and becomes a monster in team fights?
No
Of
idea.
course she can do stuff before that. But it's when she gets Ricochet, right? When she gets Ricochet. She starts generating infinite cards. That is when she becomes strong. Is Ricochet for fights, right? So we're waiting 24,000 souls to turn on 9, right? What if we instead did this, right? Wouldn't you still be kind of strong?
I suppose, but I feel like most Wraiths at the moment are just rushing Ricochet like second item.
Sure. I don't know what they're currently doing, but it's the mindset behind it, right? Because now we're spending 3.2k less souls, right? To I mean, technically it's more because we're also not upgrading cultists, right? Because on this build here, we're upgrading cultists and getting Ricochet. 28k, right? Here, oh sorry, not 28k. Here, 24.8k, right? Here instead, we don't upgrade cultists. We get Tesla instead. We still have this. Instead of 24.8k, now we're 19k, right? We're still strong. So we can actually spike our character earlier by buying different items. And also, this is also good in games where capacitor is really good. For example, if you're playing against an enemy team where slowing hex is good, I mean, just I would never skip out on this freely, but like if it's a game where it makes sense, where like you want capacitor kind of early for the slowing hex effect, this is completely fine to do. Because then you're also letting your team know, oh, by the way, I don't want to wait until I get Ricochet. Let's just fight right now. You see? You're telling your team way earlier you want to fight, right? This is the exact same thing when you're playing Ult Warden versus Gun Warden, right? Which build turns on first?
Gun.
Does Gun turn on before Ult Warden?
Yes.
Are you sure about that? Because I'm pretty sure Ult Warden turns on before Gun. I'm pretty sure you need less investment, right? Because the only real thing you need for Ult Warden, right, is... What do you need for Ult Warden?
Max ult.
Yeah, you need Max Ult, right? And then probably Arcane Search. And then maybe Mystic Slow, right? Aren't you already online? Don't you already want to fight?
I guess so.
Yeah. What would you need if you're playing Gun Warden?
Hollow Point.
And probably Merc Mag or something, right? To be really strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you're turning on with this build way faster than you are with Gun Warden, right? This is an advantage of this build compared to the Gun Warden, right? You're telling your team, okay, I'm playing Ult Warden this game. That means I want to join fights earlier compared to Gun Warden. So we can take fights earlier and I will be in the fights. That's what you're telling your team. It's the same exact thing here. Buying Tesla instead of buying Ricochet plus Cultist, right? You're telling your team, I want to be in the fight way earlier in the game. So therefore I buy this instead. Technically, this is a tiny bit worse than Ricochet plus Cultist, right? But it's also comparatively way stronger at the time in the game you need it, right? So you're telling your team already, like, do not tell me that you're not able to fight here. Your build is looking really strong, right?
Yep.
You have this for like CDR and Spirit. You have this to proc on your ult. You have 3 points on your ult. You have slow, right? Like, you're so strong. Why would you not want to fight here if the enemy team invites it? Because, another thing, what is the most important objectives in the game at the moment?
Jungle.
Is it?
Oh yeah, because they don't want to push base guardians. Or
well, yeah, but I'm talking about like when is the first big team fights? Like, what do you usually want to fight over?
Rift.
Yeah, the Rift, right? When does the Rift spawn?
12 to 15.
Yeah, right. On Wraith. Are you gonna have this plus this at 15 minutes?
No, not really.
If we're giving the benefit of the doubt that it spawns at 15 and not on 12, right? You're not gonna have this.
No.
Will you maybe be able to have this at 15?
Maybe if you played well.
Yeah, right? And even then, you can probably like trade maybe Recharging Rush to have this earlier, right? Would this not be very normal to have at 15 minutes?
In your lobbies, yes.
Yeah, sure, right? So we're playing around us being able to fight in the first rift, right? You would want to fight the rift here, right?
Yes.
If it spawns. So I really like this build in this game if you want to fight the rift. So let's see if you're actually joining the rift and your team actually want to fight the rift. Because sure, right? We're 12 minutes, everyone is not even 10k souls. To some extent, that's fine, right? But we just need to think about what items we actually want to make us the strongest for that rift fight. If we want to fight the rift. If we're not going to fight the rift, you can buy all the greedy items, whatever you want, right? But you just need to make sure that for the next rift, or whichever one you want to fight for, you're the strongest you can be for that one. Because you cannot sit AFK for 20 minutes or like 30 minutes and just pray that your team is not throwing the game, right? Then they're literally playing 5v6.
Yeah.
Guys, this one.
This is one of the strengths about this build. You're telling your team, I want to be at the first rift, right? You're online right now. You want to fight right now if you can. But even then, look, right? Look here. So they killed the Guardian. 4 minutes later. Are they up in souls?
No.
No. Because you just did the exact thing that you're supposed to do when they kill. You just go, take camps, and then you catch the waves when they're on the walker, right? You lost nothing. It's so irrelevant. What did they do? Well, they started roaming around the map for what? Getting random kills? Sure. It is solo queue, but like, you don't need it.
I don't need cooldown, I have my
Rift on
ult.
green.
Here. We spiked, right? Rift is about to spawn. We got Superior Duration, we got Arcane Surge, we got Mystic Slow. We're ready to fucking fight, right?
Rift.
Would you have been able to be this strong if you did the gun build right now?
No.
No, exactly. So you chose the build to be strong in this fight. When you go in game, you need to have a game plan, right? You need to choose why you're choosing that build. That also requires some mastery to understand what items does what and stuff like that, right? But in general,
for Rift, I have
right here, we want this build to be the strongest we can for the Rift fight. That's why we chose this build.
Solo.
And you also just ate it. Perfect timing, right? Because now you also have a ability range.
Yep.
For the fights. I do not like this.
Did I use it too early?
Well, you used it wrong here. Like, he's not even gonna get stunned by his by your thing. You see, he just jumped out of it.
Yep.
Guinness is here.
Also, one thing I will say here. Play with your Yamato.
Guinness is here. Solo.
So your Yamato is here, right? Technically, your Yamato could just grapple on him. But if he's over here, we want to be over here with him, right? I don't know what your Yamato is doing, actually. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
It's farming a tier 1 camp.
Yeah. But look here, how strong you are. Would you be able to, like, fucking shit on him like this if you're a gun?
No.
No. You would probably have died to that bird, right? But now you tanked the bird and you killed him, and now you also tanked the suck, right? Look how long you're staying alive compared to if you were gone. This is why you need to realize what your build does. Sure, your team didn't go for the rift fight. You should have come that we need to fight the rift fight, right? Because you already know from when you went in the game what your build is strong at, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So if you know that you want to fight the first rift, you should be telling your team, we need to fight rift at like 12 minutes, right? If nobody shows up, oh, okay, well, I mean, you just go back to farming, right? Then you're there for the next rift, right? I don't know exactly what your team is doing, but I mean, they're doing stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that he dies. They get Rift.
That is correct
That's
to
right.
some extent.
But they get
Because look here, right? The 7 dice, they already got rift. What is there for your team to take on the map?
Nothing. We have bad waves as well.
You have kind of bad waves. I mean, you could take this, right? But this doesn't matter too much. It's just another Guardian. It's like if somebody pops up and takes this, sure. I mean, that's fine. You could maybe look for this and this. This is kind of good. If 7 dice. So there's something to play for, right? But your team also needs to be able to look for it. What do you think you should be buying here?
Cooldown.
Okay. Why do you need cooldown?
Because my ult's offline.
Mm-hmm. When do you want to fight again?
And my ult's online.
Yeah, I'm also talking about like if you're gonna like meet the enemy team at like here, right? Aren't they just gonna walk out?
I guess.
So what should you be focusing on right now? What is the next objective that you want to fight for?
Earn
When does Earn spawn?
in 40 seconds.
Yeah. If you use cooldown on your ult, will you have ult up for the Earn?
No, not quite.
Exactly, right? So we should not be buying cooldown here.
No anti-heals.
What would be a better item to get?
Probably Majestic Leap.
Well, are you gonna get Majestic Leap in time for the Earn?
Yeah.
Okay, if you are, then it's good.
No anti-heals.
I think Healbane is completely fine by here. Also.
Yeah, my team had no anti-heal, so I had to buy
They
it.
should be fine. Don't
Yeah, I mean, I think it's completely fine here to buy Earn. Or to buy a
clear
Healbane.
wave. Then I take Sinners on left.
But now here, you have a timer, right? You have 20 seconds before the Earn spawns. We want to take the Earn on spawn.
And Billy's here.
Were you gonna be able to get Majestic Leap in time?
No, not quite.
Exactly not, right? And even if you bought Majestic Leap, you don't have ult, right? So what are you buying Majestic Leap for?
Run Earn quicker.
I mean, sure, to some extent.
I can't.
But you're not the one that's gonna be running Earn, right? Because we need to take it on spawn at 15. You're not gonna have Majestic Leap at 15.
Contest.
So I think Healbane is one of the better buys you could buy here. You could also be buying Enduring Speed.
Our green walker is under attack. I see Billy.
See, Earn is spawn. Nobody's
I
picking
didn't
up
pay
for some
attention to
reason.
buff timers there.
Buff's also spawned. You see? You're not playing on the correct timer. All the way over here.
They should be fine. Don't need me.
We will not have time to buy Majestic Leap.
Clear wave.
Even if
and
we
I
kill
take
this wave,
Sinners on left.
right? What do you have now?
I'm 800 off.
Of what?
Majestic Leap if I didn't buy Healbane.
Well, yeah, but are you gonna get Majestic Leap for bridge buffs and Earn?
No.
No. So we should not be buying Majestic Leap here, right? What should we be doing instead right now?
Just farming.
Why?
Playing around pickup.
When do you wanna when do you wanna be strong?
Next Rift.
Well, didn't you just say you wanted to fight for Earn?
I did.
Yeah. So we should be strong now, right? Because it's spawning in 20 seconds. We should not be we should not go and buy in 20 seconds. We should be buying now, so we're ready in 20 seconds, correct?
Okay. Yes.
So what should we be buying?
Endurance speed.
Yes, exactly, right?
And Billy's here.
Because here, what's gonna happen, right? Let's say that you wait 800, you farm 800, right? How long is that gonna take, realistically?
About 30 seconds.
Probably more, no?
Yeah.
Let's be generous and say you do it in 45 seconds, right? 800. What's gonna happen in 45 seconds?
Earn's gonna probably have already been delivered.
Yeah, or at least it's gonna have been picked up, right? What else? What else did you miss out on?
Buffs.
Yeah, exactly, right? So you're just delaying your whole build, fucking over your tempo, because you have tempo to buy right now. You could go to the shop right now, right? And buy this. Does this wave matter right now?
No, not really.
And even if you didn't go for this wave, right? Isn't there someone already on the way?
No.
Well, are you sure? Isn't she on the green zip line?
She's going away.
Well, I mean, she's still come back. See? She's already going to the wave.
Yeah.
So instead, you're not here with your Celeste on the bridge. Because what you're doing here, right? Instead of going here with your Celeste contesting the bridge buff and contesting your Earn, already have bought your enduring speed. Now you're fucking over your Paradox, because why would Paradox walk to this wave if you're already here? You see?
Yeah.
So then she's trying to be efficient because you're fucking her over. If I was this Paradox, I would be reporting you. Because she was already on the way, on the zipline, right? To take this wave. And all of a sudden you're just jumping in. So now she's forced to go over here. Now there's nothing for her to do. Now she's completely homeless. She can take like her tier 2 cam, right? But you're also fucking yourself over because you could have bought enduring speed and be on this bridge buff on spawn. And then if nobody's there to contest the ledge, the Celeste on the bridge buff, boom, you just instantly go take the Earn, right? You lose like no time. We are a macro killer right now. So now you have 1800. 40 seconds too late, just like I said. What are you gonna buy for those 1800?
I have no idea.
Now what could you buy?
I could buy a cooldown.
Mm-hmm. You could, right? I don't think cooldown is the worst now, because you're probably gonna get your ult up in the time that matters.
Well,
I think,
then I'd probably buy like a shield or just endurance speed for the health invest.
Yeah. I think because if you're playing the build like we said before, right, you would also have grid right now. You
Yeah.
could just upgrade it. But then again, if you had grid and could just upgrade it, you also didn't need 1600, you only need 800, right?
True.
Because you could also, for example, buy like suppressor, not the worst here. If you're Cedar team. Gun, he will be gun in the air.
Yeah.
Of course,
his turrets as well.
Of course, you might not hit him with your flask or whatever while he's in the air, but he's gonna fall to the ground at some point. This guy is good against suppressor on this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, right?
Yep.
Even if you don't hit this guy with the flash, you still have 5 people you can use suppressor on. So the least you could do here, right, is you already fucked over your tempo. Majorly. But this is the exact same thing in like 3 minutes, right? Exact same thing. We're just late on everything because we're not paying attention to what's going on in the game. And now we're going... you're gonna buy here, I hope.
Would be hard to deliver, but they all seem to be dead. I get the bag. That's
Okay.
just free real estate. We take those.
Yep.
Defend Greenwich. Oh my.
Okay. But buddy, you're next to the shop, man.
I tried to rush deliver while I had
the
a good
bag,
wave.
that's just
Nevertheless,
free real
I need to
estate,
be
we
on
take
the
Okay,
drop.
but if you're trying to deliver the wave, you should be walking left here. You should not be walking right. Right?
Yeah, I thought. Yeah.
And also... Nice, you took that. Took that, sure.
Would be hard to deliver, but they all seem to be dead.
Here. Blah blah blah, you get
I
that.
get the bag.
Now you're so
that's
close to 32. Isn't it much better, even though you're holding your own, to just like look for these boxes real quick and see if you can get 3200?
Free real
Yeah,
estate. We
then I
take those.
also don't have the 600 bag I just picked up from the Geist.
Exactly,
could
right?
potentially
Because
use
what happens if you
Sure.
die now? You're gonna give 800.
Rift and might contest.
Yeah.
Now, they're not contesting here,
He
because
doesn't.
they're... I will not say the R word,
Because-
but they are, yeah. Because, like, nobody on your team was also not coming
He
here,
doesn't.
you see?
Yeah. I'm not being punished for bad plays.
Ideally, your team would be walking with you, right? Because what you're trying to do here is if you want to deliver the urn as fast as possible, because your team is not walking with you, but I'm pretty sure you're not paying attention to where your team are right now. You're just
Rift
walking
and
now.
might contest. Done.
So, you did once again didn't get punished for doing a bad play.
Cooldown, sorry.
A moral of the story.
Yep.
You have a 1k bag, you're pretty... So now you're pretty close to 6400, right? So we probably want to wait for like 6400. But what are we gonna buy for 6400?
I think I brought Enduring and Lightning Scroll here. But I can't remember.
Sure, I mean, that's fine. But that's not 6400. That's
have a big bag.
5.4.
I should spend.
Yeah, I definitely do not like this. Isn't it much better to get Lightning Scroll here?
Yes.
Why is Lightning Scroll so much better here than what you just bought?
I can knock Talon out of the air. I can cancel 7 all.
Well, that's not the only thing.
Allows me to chase them easier.
I mean, no, that's not what I'm trying to get at. So in the early game, right? In the early game, you deal less damage, right? Than if you were late game.
Yeah.
This is like kinda the curve of somebody dealing damage, right? Because they have more fire rate, they have more weapon damage, they have more spirit, right? They have less cooldowns. On average, it will be a a curve like this. When you get to this point and you have more damage, what becomes easier?
Them kiting.
No, I'm just talking about generally, like what becomes easier.
Oh, what becomes easier? Killing them.
Yeah, and not just killing them, right? What else becomes easier?
Pushing objectives, fighting for Rift.
Yeah, what else?
I don't know.
A tier 3 camp, right? Is it the same speed to kill a tier 3 camp at 10 minutes that it is at 30?
No.
No. Why?
Because I deal more damage later on.
Exactly right. So it's also more efficient for you to take camps later on, right? Because you deal more damage. Of course, I'm not saying that you shouldn't take them right now. But what does that mean? Since it's harder to take, for example, tier 3 camps and tier 2 camps right now. What does it mean? Can you just spawn 6400 out of your ass right now?
No.
No. So wouldn't it be more efficient to buy the items that are harder to buy now, since you have the money, compared to later?
I guess, yes.
Because look here, right? If you bought Lightning Scroll here, super good item, or you could wait for Divine Kevlar even. I would probably wait for Divine Kevlar, because Divine Kevlar doesn't also have a component to it. You need to buy it straight up, right? For 6400.
Yep.
Isn't it super hard for you to buy this? You need to
is,
sit
yes.
on so many souls, and you're almost there. So it's a lot more efficient for you to just wait for the Divine Kevlar and buy that instantly, rather than buying these, because now you're also fucking yourself over, because now you need, after you buy all this, sure, it's taking a better buy right now, but there's no objective, right? When can the rift spawn?
17 to 19.
Yeah. When did it spawn earlier? It spawned like 13, right?
Yeah, I think 13 or 14.
Yeah, I think it's about 13. Yeah, 13 minutes, right? When can it spawn again?
18 to 21.
Yeah. Ish. So, are you telling me that you cannot get the last 600 in 1 minute?
I can.
Of course you can. But if you buy these right now, you're essentially saying, I want to be strong as I can right now. Do you need to be strong as you can right now?
No.
No. You need to be strong in 2 minutes, right? In the case,
Yeah.
it's spawning. So why are we buying the most efficient buy right now? Where we could be a bit more greedy. 800 souls is nothing. It's actually 600. It's not even
Every
800.
big bag.
Right? It would be way more efficient for us to either buy Lightning Scroll here or buy this, because it's way harder for us to buy, right? Because what is going to happen now is, if you buy these, what is your next item going to be usually?
Cooldown or Kevlars.
Can you get Kevlars before the next rift?
No.
No, but you can buy cooldown, right?
Yes.
So what you traded is, you traded getting these items. Are these items more important plus this than this? Isn't this or this way more powerful in the next fight?
Yes.
Yeah. And also, if you were to get this right now, let's say that you just randomly get another 1600, 2400, right? You just upgrade these, right? We don't need to upgrade them right now, because you're not fighting now. You're fighting in 2 minutes. So you're also making it more efficient by getting these first, because you will never get 6400 or 4800 before the rift spawns, right? You might be able, if you're really super efficient, get a Lightning Scroll before, but it's like really a stretch, right? And the only reason why I'm saying it's a real stretch is because you get this up, you might be able to, like, if you eat a tier 3 camp or something, and you're super hyper efficient, you might be able to get it in time. But it's just such a low chance
Look for
that you're just fucking yourself over buying this, because now you're telling again, right? Just like we did before. When you buy items, when you buy big spikes, you're telling your team that you're strong right now, you want to fight right now. But you don't want to fight right now. Your whole team has no ults. You're the only one with ult. So why are we not just waiting for the rift, right? Because then everyone will have ult ups again, right?
Yep.
You're not playing on your team's timer. Your team's timer is gone. When did your team want to fight?
They
Yeah, right.
obviously do.
This is when they were fighting. And even for this fight,
Yep.
we also didn't buy. You see? So the only time you technically did correctly this game was when you were doing for the first rift, right? That was when you bought and then you fought. Okay? Your team was not there. Unlucky. You should have come to them, right? It's also why it's another reason why it's so
I
important.
did come. I said I was really
Good.
strong. I had max ult. Let's fight Rift.
I get the bag.
Yeah, but when did you say it? Did you say it 20 seconds before or did you say it a minute before?
I said it as I was heading towards the rift, so 20 seconds before it spawned in.
Okay, but like at that point, right? It's a bit hard to just leave what you're doing, right? Like you need a bit more because 20 seconds before is not that good to say it. You need at least 40 or 45. Why do you think that?
So they have more time to rotate.
Yeah, but what do they need to do before they rotate?
Shockwaves.
Exactly, right? If you say 20 seconds before, right? When does waves spawn? How often do they spawn?
No idea.
Every 30 seconds, right? That's why I'm
Okay.
saying you need to say it like 40 seconds to a minute before, right? That you want to fight Urn. Or not Urn, Rift. I mean, you can say it for Urn too, right? But it's every 30 seconds a wave spawns, right? If you're saying 20 seconds before, they cannot even kill the wave before they need to go there. So they need to leave the waves. Isn't that just dog shit?
Assuming Yamato
Yes.
clears the way.
Exactly, right? Oh, please, please, please. Thank you.
Goodness.
Okay, so they respond, I guess, something like that.
Look
So now
for
we
a
buy
fight.
here, now we go mid.
Yeah, help on
Okay,
green.
last
Team
time
is
I
not
come
fighting.
to help anyone on this fucking team.
Why do
Wah,
you
wah,
think
wah,
it is
baby
wrong?
rage. Who the fuck cares? See here, right? So here, you went to the fight. Because you're strong, right? You want to fight?
Help on
Okay,
green.
last time I come to help anyone on this fucking.
Is the fight over?
Yes.
Yeah, so you did nothing. Again,
No.
right?
Why do you think he did?
Because again, this is like the 3 other times that we talked about, you're late to every play, right? But you're not late to the correct play because the correct play was to take the urn, right? Your team just decided to fight here. And then you went and bought after you pushed away, right? You cannot control them taking a fight here while you're over here buying and then walking over. You cannot control that.
It's me to run.
That's just unlucky, right? So instead of walking here now, what should you be doing? Already over here.
Farming on the
Look
right
for a
You
side.
see here,
maybe.
you see they're fighting, right?
Yep.
Will you be able to make it in time?
Not
Not
realistically.
Not most likely not, right? If you had a bit better movement, maybe you could.
Look for a fight, maybe.
Like here, if you're like wall bouncing and shit. But even still, like the fight most of the time is gonna be over here when you get here, right? Then it's just cleanup. But we're not winning the fight, so it's not a cleanup.
Yeah, help on
Okay,
green.
last time I come to help anyone on this fucking.
So now we walk here. What could we have done instead? This is why it's so important to figure out when you need to be strong and stuff. Because wouldn't it be much better for you, even though you see your moronic teammates fighting here, when you just deliver the urn? Here, your team's fighting, right? The best thing you can do is TP if you're gonna go over here. Sure, you'll probably be for the fight done. So we should not be walking this way.
Look for a
But
fight, maybe.
even if you walk over here right now, wouldn't it be much better to just try and get as strong as possible for the next fight? On Rift?
Yes, I should just be farming.
Exactly. You need to realize when you need to be greedy and fight, or sorry, when you need to be greedy and farm or fight. You don't need to fight. You're trying to be the strongest you can in 1 minute, right? Okay, so we walked here to kill. So again, right? We walked all the way from here across the map over to green side.
Yeah, help on.
Run.
We wasted our majestic leap because we just want to like look cool, I guess.
Yeah, help on
Okay,
green.
I was dead
last
hit
time
if I
I
didn't
come to
have the
help
majestic leap.
Well, yeah,
That's
but the
my
problem.
I was positioning bad.
Yeah, exactly. So you should never need to use your majestic leap if you're positioning better because like you're legit walking at the enemies here. The fight is already over. You have no ults. One is dead, right? You're legit just
Yep.
saying, hey, I want to fight 1v5. You don't need to use your majestic leap here because you should never be in this situation. So now you wasted your majestic leap getting out, right? When you should never have gotten out in the first place because you should not be here.
team.
Now we walked
Yeah.
across the
Why
map.
do you think
We
it
used
is
majestic
wrong?
leap to get out of a fight we shouldn't be in, and we used. Let's see. So here we're farming. Here we're done farming. 1624. In 54 or 57. No, is it 57? I think it's 57, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, in 57 seconds, you took exactly one camp. And no waves. And it was not even full camp because the small minions were not here. You just took one tier 3 minion. In 54 seconds, or 57, right? Is that efficient?
No.
When
not
you're
at all.
technically the carry of a team? This is another reason why you're 20k souls and not 25k right now. On top of the other things, you're doing really inefficiently, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we walk mid. Here, look here, right? We kill this. We take the mid wave, it's fine. Because nobody else can contest it right now, sure. I would not be shooting that guy right now. You did exactly 150 damage. 200 if we're being generous, right? What happens if we kill the wave?
He takes damage from the walker.
Yeah, and? If there's no minions nearby, what happens?
No, it keeps protection while he's still attacking it.
Yeah, but you see here, right, again, like, this is fine to some extent. You're using your knockdown to get him out of the air, right? Either he needs to jump down, or he needs to use all his dashes, right? So this is technically fine to do, because you're not going to be able to combo with anyone here. Otherwise. So this is a fine knockdown for you to do. You cannot join that play, okay. What is your next thing? What do you need to do now? The wave is killed, right? You need to think in waves, you need to not think in kills, right? This is another reason why you're so inefficient. Why you're 20k souls and not 25, or like 28 right now. Even. This needs to get protected, this needs to be protected. This wave will be here in about 30 seconds. Why? Because they need to kill the next wave, which will be about here, and then need to kill another wave, right? Before they can hit this. So technically it's like 1 minute. What can you do in 1 minute? You can take camps, right? You can defend this.
Yeah.
And then walk over here. You don't need to be here yet. But instead, we're shooting this guy. If you did not go with your team here, would he still be dead?
Probably not.
What do you mean, probably not?
My Calico got parried.
Yeah. But what does your team have? How much damage did you do here?
Not much.
170? Like 30 damage? You did like 200.
Yeah.
I know it's said on the punch that that you did 339, right? But was he full HP, or was he 330 health left when you did that?
No, about 200.
No, he was like 30 health. Look.
Each bar is 100 health, no?
Yeah, but look here. This is when you hit him.
Fair enough. Okay.
So he did like 200 in total. Could my Calico not have gotten up to him while he was slept, by the way? Exactly, so you don't need to be here. So you're just sharing souls with them for zero reason. Look how many souls you got for that kill.
Yeah.
You just valued 200 souls more than any of these camps. Don't these camps give more?
They do.
Your cult is also coming off cooldown. You want to use it right now.
Unnecessary Remel.
Technically, in a sense, it's okay to delay like your cultist like a little bit of time if there's something more efficient to do, right? But in general, you want to use it on cooldown. Like it having 205-second cooldown instead of 200 is fine, right? But here we didn't need to wait the 5 seconds because you didn't need to be there.
Billy here on our shop.
So we just lost 5 seconds on our cultist for absolutely zero reason. So somebody's on your shop.
I don't think that's worth.
When can Rift Hero spawn? Oh, not Rift Hero, sorry. Rift Portal.
Can spawn anytime now.
Yeah. Okay.
21 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. So
Don't want to use my ult.
perfect.
A fight.
As long as you understand that, that's
I
good.
have-
Because let's say that you use your ult here and you win this fight. Sure. But now you won't have ult.
You gain nothing.
Now you won't have ult for the Rift Herald, and you will gain nothing, right? There's nothing to take on the map. There's no sinners. There's no tier 3 camps to take from the enemy. Sure, there's maybe like a box route somewhere that you can do, but like...
Follow.
It's nothing, right? You're legit homeless.
7 dies.
Other than taking waves. This is only good to do what you're doing right now if the Rift Herald is gonna spawn in 20 seconds, but it's not. Because we haven't seen the pop-up yet. It will tell us the pop-up 20 seconds before it will spawn.
Goodness.
Oh, there we go. See? So, can we fight this Rift Herald now? Oh, it's the Rift Portal, sorry.
We can, yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Why?
7's dead. If we kill Guinness, that's 2 dead.
Okay. If you kill McGuinness?
Yes.
We
I
kill
guess we
Guinness
can.
and we win Rift.
Yeah, she's actually trolling here.
We need to...
Okay, if she was not a complete dumbass, right? She would not die here. Correct?
Correct.
Because Rift Portal. Portal spawning. Right? She would just be leaving
Can we...
and looking for the Rift
The
Portal
Rift.
with her team, right?
2
Because
Rifts, 2
if
dead.
she does not die here, right? She does not die here. What will happen?
I don't think much will change, to be honest. We still have the better rules.
Yeah, but do you have ult?
Yes. My ult, Celestial, Yamato ult. Yam ult for Billy ult.
You cannot fight this Rift. If McGuinness doesn't die. Why? What will McGuinness do if she's not dead?
She'll drag the fight out.
That's not the bigger issue. What would McGuinness do? Like, let's say that she didn't go for the walker here and went straight to Rift. What would she do?
I have no idea.
What does McGuinness usually do before fights?
Put down turrets.
Yeah. Will she not just go to the Rift right now and put down a bunch of turrets?
She could.
Yeah. Right? It doesn't matter if she is technically a bit behind you guys. And she's not even behind. Like, that much. Like, sure, she's 15k, right? Look at your whole team. She's like the same
Yep.
soul count as your team, almost. That 3,000 extra souls doesn't even mount to 1 extra item. Like, 1 extra 3200 item. Like, she is not that behind.
We need to...
It would be more so like if she was like 13k right now and everyone else would be like 17, 18, right? Because then they would actually have a substantial more soul deficit on her, right? So she would just walk there, put a bunch of turrets down. Can you walk in now? No. Because the rest of the team will also be there, right? You have no Calico ult. You have no REM sleep. You have no paradox swap, right? How will you fight?
My ult.
Yeah, but are you gonna walk in and tank 5 people or 6 people at the same time? I mean, to some extent you are, right? But your ult is also gonna
if
run
my
out.
team goes.
Yeah, but your ult is also gonna run out, right? You're playing 3 ults versus 6. Or 5, sorry. We just don't count this.
Yes.
People are severely underestimating ults in this game. It doesn't matter if you're 30k souls behind. If you have 6 ults and they have 0, you can win the fight. Doesn't matter. You have 3 ults versus 5 right now. If you both go burger boxing, 6 man on the Rift, which also is a comeback Rift for them, or maybe it's not comeback, but it will at least give them some resistances, you will fucking lose the fight. It doesn't matter if 7 is dead. Here. Doesn't matter if 7 is
We
dead.
need to...
This guy's spawning now. Let's say he didn't die, right?
do the
Let's say instead of being a moron mid on the walker, he goes straight here and puts his turret down. Can they not delay like 5 seconds for 7 to arrive?
They could.
Of course they could.
Rift.
I'm coming. I have.
We need to come Rift, guys.
On my way to Rift.
You see, it is comeback. See how fast it's taking up? Oh no, maybe it's not
Nice.
actually. Maybe it's even. It's just so fast now. Never mind. It's even, but they will have a bit of
Alright,
This
no
is-
Talon in the fight. He's the one.
Guys,
Just looking at this ult.
I'm coming.
Yeah, I don't know why he
That's
ulted
good.
me here.
On my way to Rift.
He's full health.
Well, I mean, also
Somehow
look
I
at
took
your
damage.
ult.
Guys, both of you.
No, I feel like you don't need to ult here.
Rift guys.
On my way to Rift.
Yeah, I probably ulted a bit early.
You did. I'm pretty
But
sure
they,
you did.
they all
Guys,
went
both
back.
of you.
Because look here, right? Like,
Come
this ult
Rift.
is only good
On my way to
when they're forced to stay in it, right? Are they forced to
Yeah.
stay in it right now?
No.
No. They just walk out, right? I don't really care
Guys,
about her ult, I care about your ult. Because look here. You just said, yeah, but we have Warden ult, right? So we can easily fight the Rift. Yeah. Let's see how long you're not hitting anyone with the Warden ult.
Guys, both of you.
So about 152 or 1852 is when you stop hitting people with your Warden ult.
Right.
Then they walk into your ult again for some reason. Did they need to walk into ult here?
No.
No.
Alright, no Talon in the fight. He's the one.
Look. When do they need to be in the Rift?
When we're close to securing.
Yeah, so about what percent?
About 80 to 90.
Can they just walk on it at 95? Why do they need to be 80, 90?
Well, they can, but
Yeah, right?
it's risky.
Sure. But let's give them the benefit of the doubt that they walk in at 80. Look how much of your ult is left at 80.
Yeah, none.
So we just ulted way too early. They did not need to walk back into it.
The fight.
They're just morons. Look,
Yeah.
at 40%. They walk back into your ult.
Alright, no
You're just
Talon
getting
in the
rewarded
fight.
because you're
He's the
playing
one.
against terrible players.
You can chance the Warden. Cheers.
Talon in the fight. He's the
Just
one.
need to see how you aim here. If there's
Alright, no
anything
Talon in
worth
the
mentioning.
fight. He's the one. Alright, no Talon in the fight. He's the one.
I don't know, like what you're doing here.
Alright,
See here, when you dash, you stop your reload.
no Talon in the fight. He's the one.
See, you dash twice, and delaying your reload. This is what we're talking about. Like, you need to have the highest DPS in a fight, right? Why are
Yep.
you? Why are you dashing here? Are you gonna die?
No.
No. So you're just delaying your reload by half a second, even though you're not gonna die. How much health did you dodge, or how much health did you gain from dodging there? Like relatively, what would you have
Like
lost if you
100,
didn't dodge?
200.
Okay, so you would be, instead of 2700 right now, you would be 25. And if you're giving you the benefit of the doubt, or like whatever, we could say, okay, you would have lost 700. Let's just say that, right? That's still 2000 health. Are you close to dying?
No.
No. So why did we dodge? You see?
You can chance the Warden. Cheers.
I could understand that
No
you would be
talent in
dodge
the
jumping here to like get your Arcane Search, but you have nothing to Arcane Search right
He's the
now.
one.
So we're legit just dodging for fun. And delaying our reload.
You can chance the Warden. Cheers. Yes.
So you can see here, right? They could easily have fought that if they were not morons. Well, first of all, McGinnis is the biggest idiot on the enemy team. She should not have died. If she was legit just
Yep.
here, having her turrets right now, you could not walk in. You have no REM sleep, you have no Calicool, you have no Paradox Swap. The best thing you could do is like jump in with your ult, right? But then they could just walk out. And then after, they retake the fight, having 5 ults, where you're forced to engage with your Warden ult when you're the most fed member, right? Isn't this fight just mega lost, mega doomed? If you do that?
Yes.
Exactly. But you have no option,
I'm
because nobody else can
coming,
walk
I
in
have
for you
Need
right
to
now.
Come Rift guys.
And all this, you're not getting punished for, because this moron died on Midwalker. And even still,
On my
look here, right?
Fight.
Even
He's the
still,
one.
Even still, they walk back in your ult. And it's still looking kinda a bit scary, I cannot lie. Like, look her HP, right?
You can chase.
Yamato was half health the entire fight.
Yeah, I mean, sure, like, you won the fight. You got the rift and you kill 3, right? But should this have worked out if it was any high rank?
No.
No, exactly. That's why you cannot look at hindsight. Fundamentally, you're about to
Please
lose the
go,
game there.
Take the walker, take the walker. 3 dead.
Taking that fight.
Envy on 7.
They're gonna get the blue walker now.
Swap.
No, they have no wave.
Okay, I mean... Oh, sorry. The enemy team is just trolling here.
No, they have no wave.
Okay, so...
3 dead.
How many ults do you guys have?
None. 1.
I mean, technically you have 2, because this is about to get off cooldown.
They're gonna get.
You have 2, right?
Yep.
When does your other ults come back up, do you think? Is it in 20 seconds they will be back up?
In Calico.
Okay. And Calico will probably be the one that has her ult the fastest again, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Is Calico a teamfight ult?
No.
No. Okay. So, do they need to contest the walker right now, these guys?
No.
No.
Get the
What happens
Waves
if
are
they
good.
just wait for these guys to respawn?
We take the walker and leave.
Yeah. But what can they do?
Chasers.
Yeah. And what if they take a fight? Right? Then they'll probably win, right? Because you have 2 ults versus 5.
Yep.
And what does that mean if you lose the fight?
They get mid.
Exactly. So once again,
The wall.
the enemy team are morons not fighting around when they have ults. Or when their timers are respawning, because these
Okay,
guys
the
are just
walker.
walking in
3 dead.
2v6
Envy.
to defend this? What? Why? Why do they need to defend this? Sure, you're kinda a bit slot locked, but you have items to upgrade, right? Or you can sell one of the items, like one of these two, right? To buy an item. You're not slot locked yet, right? You don't
Yep.
need this, even if they defend you off. But the way better play for them is just let you get the slot, because you're not gonna use it anyway, technically. Like, if you sell this and buy Divine Kevlar, right? You will for sure still be strong, right?
On 7.
It's not like this item transform you into a fucking, like, Mega Giga 1v9 character, you know?
They're gonna get the
So they're just trolling,
blue walker.
again.
Swap.
No, they have no wave.
Sure, it's good that you're punishing enemies' bad mistakes, right? But I'm also letting you know, because in another game, this would not happen. They would actually be
Yep.
playing this correctly, and then you'd be like, what the fuck, we lost that fight, how? It's about fundamentally looking at the game, how it works, and not just looking at hindsight.
Blue.
Because yes, you technically
They're
did win this
respawning,
fight,
careful.
but there's also
They're
another
not
reason
slow.
why you're still in this rank for so many games, you know?
You
Yes.
should have just committed to it as a full team.
And this
but
is the exact reason why you're still in this rank. Because of shit like this. They didn't need to do that. You see, even still, he died, right? Imagine he didn't die. Imagine he didn't die, right? And he died. Now it's 6v5. They still have more ults versus you guys.
Yeah.
And even still, the guy with ult died. So you only have one ult, right? And it's Calico ult. Is anybody scared on the enemy team for Calico ult? Sure, to some extent. One guy might get close to one shot, right? Or one shot. But that's it. It doesn't do anything more than that. And then if she one-shots someone, she will not get out on full HP, right? She needs to trade some HP at least to kill someone. So now she's out of the fight after she ults and one-shots someone, right? So then she's out of the fight. She's out of the fight. And now they can take a fight, right? 4 ults versus 0. In a... Let's technically say that they kill... I don't know, who would be the most likely person for Kelly to kill? Can she kill Billy at the moment?
Drifter or Talon?
Can she kill Talon?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
If Talon sees her coming, what is Talon gonna do?
Rain of Arrows.
Yeah, he's
Run.
gonna go in the air, right? And dash 4 times? He's not gonna die. And also, I don't know if he has counterspell right now, but if he has like any amount of defenses, like he's not gonna die to the one shot. So he's not gonna die. Drifter might die, sure. This guy is probably the most likely to get killed, right? This is the easiest one to kill out of all of them. Because Drifter has ult, he can just press ult, right? At least if he dies. But even still, let's say that Caligo, benefit of the doubt, kills the Drifter. And he does not use ult. Sure. Now we don't have this ult. We don't have this ult. She's out of the fight, he's out of the fight, right? They still have 2 ults, right? 2 ults versus 0.
Done.
Right? And it's a 4v4.
Yep.
So it's a 4v4, even though they're a bit behind the souls. 2 ults versus 0. They can for sure win that. Right? It doesn't matter if they're 15k souls behind. Okay, now Talon dies like a moron, I guess.
Talon's dead.
I mean...
Shove yellow and
Okay. So, at this point in the game, I will be honest. The game becomes kind of random at this point, anyone could win.
No ult on this, guys.
If you guys keep playing like you're playing,
I might
and the
need
enemies
to-
is so fucking bad, you can win the game, right? Or you take a bad fight and they get back in the game. What I'm trying to say is the game becomes super random at this point in the game, so there's no point in continuing.
Okay.
Because there's so much stuff earlier in the game that you have already taken accounted for, right? Like, if we played the game correctly, the game would not look like this right now, right?
No.
You would be way further ahead. Or at least it would be way easier to play, right? So, the game at this point becomes super random. There's no point in watching anymore.
Et tu n'as rien fait pour chercher à me plaire. Je t'aime pourtant.